to be bold and brave. Can you please fold your clothes properly? Pottery needs to be molded accurately. You hold my hand, I'll hold yours. These days, everyone is in search of gold. I've heard there's a lot of money in poultry farming. Can you please lower your window? Is the blower on? I think it is. Let's all try singing in a chorus. You know what? I was torn inside when you told me the truth. Some people are very lucky to be born on the 1st of January. I think I just stepped on a thorn. It really hurts. Double O sound, similar to that of an OH sound or OH mouth formation. However, this time with less of an opening to stretch the OO sound. For example, tool, pool, cruel, truth, ruthless, loop, cool, poor, rule, mute, mood, rude, crude, food, fruit. A projector is a training tool for most organizations. In India, the trend of playing pool is increasing day by day. Grown-ups can sometimes be so cruel. A child is always told to tell the truth. Some consider eating chickens a ruthless act. Poor people sleep on the streets in such cool wind. Managers should always keep a thumb rule. All television sets have a mute function. It mostly depends on your mood for where you would like to go. I hope I wasn't rude in my statement. Racialist behavior involves being crude. Food for thought, that's what I would say. Mostly all citrus fruits have vitamins. A single U sound, similar to that of an double O mouth formation. However, this time without any stretch of the U sound. For example, book, look, took, shook, hook, crook, rook, put, foot. Have you seen the book I was reading yesterday? Hey, did you have a look outside this morning? I took everything now. I'm here to take you. He shook my hand and went away forever. Captain Hook was my favorite cartoon character. You better not trust him. I find him to be a crook. In the game of chess, the rook is a very important piece. Can you please put him down? He might get hurt. I need to go to the doctor. I think I've hurt my foot. Double E sound. When an E sounds like an E, this is a stretch of an E sound. For example, sleep, weep, deep, feed, heap, teeth, cheap, peep, leap, fleet, queer, read, greed, treat, wheat, petite. I'm really tired. Can I please go to sleep? I saw him that day. He was very upset. It was as if he was about to weep. There was a water drilling going on in my backyard. He should have been there. It was very deep. If a singular form is foot, then plural should be feet. It was such a childish argument between the two, but still, it created a heap. I told my son that brushing teeth should be a regular habit. I wanted to fly to Singapore, but the tickets were quite expensive. I was looking for something cheap. The kids were so curious to know that they started to peep inside the keyhole. I felt that joining my new organization, it was a big leap in my career. Proper fleet management for airlines is very important. He said something in the meeting which was very strange and queer. You know, we should always try to read newspapers. We can gain a lot of knowledge. Being selfish is also to have greed for things. Chocolates for kids are a great treat. Farmers depend on their household income by the amount of wheat they are able to produce. In French, things that are small in size are called petits. A single E sound. This is a very simple and self-explanatory sound. Mouth opening should be very minute, and the tip of your tongue needs to touch the ridge of your lower gums, while flapping up to the front of your upper jaw, or your palate, to complete the next sound. For example, slept, crept, depth, net site, internet, debt, read, met, fed, bread, dread, kept, swept, ten, any, many, pet, bet, let, set, regret, jet. I was so tired that I slept like a baby. He crept out of nowhere. It was such a shock. Certain topics of study need to be understood in depth. I was looking for a net site which I can use to obtain cooking recipes. The internet is a great medium to search for items. If you owe him so much of money, then you are in great debt. She was so angry with him that she turned red. Have you seen that classical movie of When Harry Met Sally? If you try to raise kittens, then they need to be fed regularly. Some poor people are even deprived of bread. The movie was so frightening. Rather, it was a dread. For many couples, romance has kept the relationship alive. When I first saw him, he swept me off my feet. In the Bible, there are 10 commandments. The receptionist told me, "Sir, is there anything else I can help you with?" There were so many people in the cricket stadium. I would love to have a dog as a pet. I can anytime bet you that he would never leave her. She needs to let him do his work. Can you please set the oven on low heat? I might regret this someday. A high-speed airplane can also be known as a jet. A small I sound. This is very simple and self-explanatory sound as well. The mouth opening should be very minute, and your tongue needs to remain flat on your lower jaw or your lower palate. And the tip of your tongue needs to slightly touch the bottom of your lower teeth. For example, flip, sip, tip, hit, grip, fit, lips, trim, bit, knit, kit, lit, sit, pit, executive, positive, decided, opportunity. In acrobatics, You need to flip and rotate your body. This is a new soft drink. Here, have a sip. Wait. We should first tip the waiter. In boxing, every hit gives the player a point. Some people do mountain climbing as a hobby. For that, you require a great grip. Are you fit enough to handle this project? It seems quite tough. You can trust me. My lips are sealed. I've worked too much in my life. I should go on a holiday trip. A bit of knowledge is what everyone lives for. Elderly women tend to knit clothes for their grandchildren. My son wanted to play cricket, so I bought him a cricket kit. I went to camp and actually lit a fire all by myself. Why don't you sit down? You must be tired after the long journey. I overcame a disastrous pet on the way to work today. As a managing executive, I need to utilize my resources. The capital I sound. When an I sounds like an I. This is an AH plus an AY sound, which becomes a capital I sound, sounding like an I. For example, I, 5, dive, life, bride, hive, bite, night, tight, sight, aspire, drive, divide, hide, isolate, irate. He's very sharp. He's got the eye of a tiger. I've got $5 in my pocket. I'm sorry, you're not allowed to dive into the pool. I've tried to stay fit all my life. I would never ever accept a brine. The kids were playing around the beehive. That can be very dangerous. Here, I've made a sandwich for you. Why don't you take a bite? I started writing a story in the cold winter night. Can you help me open this jar? It seems to be quite tight. I can't find him. There's nothing inside. I've tried a lot to aspire into his thoughts. He's only 16 years old, and he's already learning to dive. Learning to divide is a very important aspect of mathematics. The kids were playing a game of hide and seek. I can think well if I'm isolated. Handling irate customers is tough. At the same time, very important. The UH sound, very similar to the I or the E sound. This is a very simple and self-explanatory sound as well. The mouth opening should be very minute, and your tongue needs to remain flat on your lower jaw or your lower palate, and the tip of your tongue needs to slightly touch the bottom of your lower gums. This is also known as a schwa sound. For example, love, work, cover, turf, golf, run, fun, rubber, tough, buffer, crust, must, pulse, rust, bankrupt, interrupt. It's been 6 months. They've definitely fallen in love. My new job requires me to work for 10 hours a day. Can you cover me while I take a break? According to the pitch report, the turf seems to be hard, and the ball is most likely to give an extra bounce. The Gulf War lasted for so many years. As a warm-up exercise, you should always run. Hope you enjoy and have lots of fun while completing this activity. An eraser can also be known as a rubber. This doesn't seem tough as I thought it would.